sorry.
Okay, again, good evening, everyone. And thanks again for coming. We're gonna talk a little bit about litter and the importance of it and how you can participate in Pickup Pennsylvania. So there's still a few people joining, but I'll just go over my introduction again. I'm Michelle Dunn, and I've been a program coordinator with Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful since 2004, and been managing the Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful's Pickup Pennsylvania event and program. And then this is my coworker, Rob Dubus. He is the program coordinator, and he handles the illegal dumping and does a lot of the website stuff for us. So, all right, well, let's get ready.
Let me just change my thing.
All right, Rob's changing something.
Apologize. Every time you use Teams, they change it. Get back into here.
I'm technologically challenged, so.
Okay.
All right, so we're ready. So again, you know who I am obviously now. So we're going to talk about Pickup Pennsylvania and how you can make your communities clean and beautiful by using the resources through this program. Just a little bit about Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful, if you don't know. We have been around since 1990, and the nonprofit was started because of concerned citizens dealing with illegal dumping in their community. And since then, it has evolved to many programs to help communities in many facets keep their communities clean and beautiful, whether it's cleaning, greening, illegal dumping, and education. Okay, so you're going to say, well, what is Pickup Pennsylvania? Well, Pickup Pennsylvania is a year-long initiative to encourage residents of Pennsylvania to clean up their communities, green up their communities. And it all started with Keep America Beautiful's Great American Cleanup. And so we kind of break it into two seasons. The spring, which coincides with the Great American Cleanup. And then in the fall, from September to November 30th, our cleanup partner is the Ocean Conservancy, as well as PennDOT, DEP, and Keep America Beautiful. So the main cleanup seasons are spring and fall. Since it's spring, we're going to talk more about what you can do this spring and the resources that Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful has available if you want to join this program. The types of events, again, can be litter cleanups, illegal dump cleanups. If you want to do community greening, that could be planting trees, removing invasives, organize a special collection event in your community for hard to recycle items, or even clothes, newspapers, or whatever your community feels like you need to collect and keep out of the landfill. And all the events for Pickup Pennsylvania to get your free cleanup supplies have to be registered through Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful. And we're going to go through that a little bit later in the presentation. And if you're having trouble, or you don't have a computer, or you don't have email, you can always give us a call, and we'll handle it that way. So there's no way you shouldn't feel like you can't participate in this program.
Oh, if people have questions, or you're having issues seeing the presentation, just put a message into the chat or the Q&A.
All right, well, sounds good. So you're probably wondering, well, why do we need Pickup Pennsylvania? Well, obviously, we all see the litter, the dumping, and the trash in our communities, whether it's interstates, local roads, parks, vacant lots, and just our city streets. So if it wasn't for the caring citizens cleaning this all up, can you imagine how dirty it would be? So this is why we need Pickup Pennsylvania and the resources that the program provides to help the citizens clean up their communities. So this is just a sample of some different types of litter you'll come across. So, and another reason we need Pick Up Pennsylvania is Pennsylvania did a litter research study in 2020, and they found that 502 million pieces of litter are on our local roadways. And it's a very costly thing to keep that litter under control. We did a case study of 9 cities, and they spent $68 million managing their litter and illegal dumping. Just think of all the things that could go to within the community to help the residents besides picking up litter. Also, PennDOT spends $13 million per year cleaning up roadside litter on the state highways and state roadways, which I think should be going to fixing potholes and bridges and everything, but they're doing their part to keep the litter under control. If you want more information about the litter study, you can find it on our website under publications. So we are making a difference with all the volunteers throughout the state. And these are our statistics from 2022 for the spring campaign of Pick Up Pennsylvania. And some of the highlights here, there were almost 5,000 events. That's 5,000 community groups, people out there organizing to clean up their community. Almost 3.4 or a little over 3.4 million pounds of trash was taken from these cleanup events. That covered almost 8,000 miles of roads, and that was all done with 65,000 caring citizens who want to keep their communities clean and beautiful. And the other large thing is the tires. 45,000 tires were collected through all these community events. So you might want to say, well, ask yourself, where does all the litter come from? It doesn't come from the sky like manna from heaven, but it comes from open dumpsters. Maybe businesses are not required to have their dumpsters encased. A lot of communities still have their recycling bins that have no lids. A lot of litter gets blown from hauling vehicles, whether it's a garbage truck or just a construction vehicle, and they don't have their loads tarped. Unfortunately, motorists do litter and pedestrians do litter. And a lot of times you'll see overflowing public trash cans, and they're not getting emptied in a timely manner, and all that waste is blowing throughout the community. And especially with cigarette butts, people do not realize that that is litter. So maybe they're not realizing that hamburger wrapper that they just ate and threw it down is litter. So we can do some more on the education part to help people see that what they're throwing away or dropping or have is truly litter. So how does this affect your community? Nobody wants to live in a dirty community. We all want clean and beautiful community. So the litter is degrading our natural environment because it takes years and centuries to break down. There's a lot of plastics in our waterways. Some of the chemicals from what is being dumped or littered can leak into our waterways and can be hazardous to not only humans but wildlife. A lot of the heavy rains we get can take litter or dumping items that have been dumped along a stream bank into the storm drains and clog them up. It can also threaten aquatic life, and eventually it gets to the ocean, and then it affects our marine wildlife. Some of the dumping and litter can attract mosquitoes, which transmit the West Nile virus and encourages rodents to be in your community. The litter negatively impacts a lot of business development. If you have potential businesses that want to come start up in your community and they see all this litter and dumping and it's just dirty, they're going to think twice. Realtors believe that the litter reduces property values by 9%, and that affects your home's value. Litter is also very, very costly to clean up. So again, the 9 cities that we did in the litter research study, 46 million of that was just on litter cleanup. So out of that 68.5, 46 million was just on litter cleanups. The DEP has spent over 10 million to support voluntary cleanup events, and we are so thankful for their support. And there's PennDOT, who spends roughly 14 million annually on statewide litter efforts. And that's so helpful for us also. So we're thankful for both our supporters, and that 14 million is whether it's their staff time going out and cleaning up the roads or them administering their Adopt a Highway program. So if you want to see more or find out more information about these publications, you can go to our website and under research, or you can go to DEP's website or the DCED, and those links are at the bottom of the slide, and you'll have, we'll get you a PowerPoint of this so you can have all these links. So what can you do about the litter in your community? Well, the first step is you're coming here and listening to the presentation to get you empowered to see how you can make a change in your community. So the program is geared for individuals, friends, family groups, and even businesses. If they want to get out and clean up in their community, they can clean up vacant lots, streets and roadways. Maybe there's green space between one business and another business, and it gets littered on a highway. Get that cleaned up. Clean up your waterways and your riverbanks. Plant trees, mulch your local playground. Help a conservation district pull out invasives. You can also educate your community about the harmful effects of litter, and also how they can help. Maybe get the word out about Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful's Pick Up Pennsylvania, and that will empower them to sign up and do a small cleanup. Okay, so some of the other programs that Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful has to help you in your community. We have an illegal dump-free PA that has a camera loan program. So if you're having a lot of illegal dumping, that might be something we might be able to help you with. We have some educational resources out there. We're just getting to our Open Your Eyes to Litter program and updating our activity books. We have litter-free school zones for schools to keep their school grounds clean. And we have a new waterway steward program that just launched this year, where you can go out and clean up some waterways, be a citizen scientist, get your information reported, and that goes to the DEP, and they can kind of see what's going on in our waterways. And we also have our land steward adoptions, and that is our local roadway adoptions. So PennDOT has the state roadway. So if you wanted to adopt State Route 209, you would go through PennDOT's Adopt the Highway program. If you wanted to adopt an interstate, you would also go through PennDOT. But any of your local roads, trails, hiking paths, you can adopt that area through our land steward adoption program, and that can be found on our website. Okay, so this is what Pennsylvania is doing about litter. The DEP sponsors Pick Up Pennsylvania, and PennDOT also is our partner, and they help distribute the cleanup supplies to registered events. This year, we're happy to say that the state has initiated a new campaign called PA Fights Dirty, and that's going to be getting out there to help educate people about litter. And we also, in 2021, did the first ever Pennsylvania Litter Action Plan. So we have a plan to tackle all this litter. So your state is helping your communities through these initiatives. And again, we thank PennDOT and DEP for all their help. Okay, so how do you find Pickup Pennsylvania information, whether you want to join an event or just find out information about it? So you want to go to keeppennsylvaniabeautiful.org. On the top, there's tabs. You want to choose the program tab. And then the first drop down is Pickup Pennsylvania. Also on this page, you can go to our calendar of events and find existing events. So once you get on this page, you'll go over and read the information about the program. And then if you want to do it, you can register your event. So here is the important information, program dates, just some safety reminders to make sure your event is safe and no one gets hurt. So you want to kind of read over this, and then once you're ready, you can click on the button on the right side, the register and report. Then you're going to get just some other safety reminders, not so much safety, but important dates, the information about landfill, free or reduced disposal, just some general reminder information. Read through that, and then the button at the bottom gets you to the registration page once you're ready to go. All right, so you decided you're going to do the event, you're ready to go, you're going to register your event. So you want to register your event. That's the first blue button, and then at the end you'll report your event. So right now you're registering, and once you're registering your event, it can go on our calendar page so other people can join your event. Okay, the registration is pretty simple. It's just some questions: where, when, how, what time you want to do your event. And there's also, again, a choice if you want the public to attend or you want it to be a closed event. So it's just a general form of who's doing it, a contact person. The contact person is usually the cleanup coordinator. So if you're doing it through Trout Unlimited, so maybe the Trout Unlimited chapter head is going to be the cleanup coordinator, and they're expecting 20 people to do this event. So it's a pretty simple form. You just fill that out. All right. So on this page is saying, excuse me, but once you fill that out, you'll get an event ID number. It'll show up right away, and then you'll get a confirmation email. This page on our website is showing you our calendar of event page. So some people listening to this may not want to do the whole organizing of a event. So they might want to just volunteer with an event in their community. So this is where they can find that, get the contact information about those events, and then participate in somebody else's event. All right, so to help new folks that aren't familiar with organizing a cleanup event, we have how to organize an event that can be accessed through the blue button on the website on the right side. Once you get in there, you can, read over the organize an event stuff, or if you're just looking for trash disposal or volunteer safety items, you can go to that section. So as you can see, there's 7 sections up available here, depending on what you're looking for. If you want to know how you're getting your supplies, just click on that. It'll drop you down to supplies. So this is a good overview, even if you've done events before, just because it refreshes some of the safety things, and always good to know. Okay, here's the big question. Everybody wants to know, where do they get their supplies? The supplies and resources page is where you're going to find your PennDOT information, and that's going to be your local Adopt a Highway coordinator. And you'll also find on this page some toolkits and things to help you promote your event. All right, so once you're on this page, you want to find your county. and you'll hover over that and then you click that county, and then your specific county information and resources will come up. Now, notice on the right side, this is our promotional toolkit. We're currently working on a customizable flyer that groups can just print out and fill in their information and mass produce that, or they can take our flyer and promote it through their network to get the word out. There's some social media posts just to help you if you're trying to promote your event. Just some good resources there for you to promote your event. So again, once you find your county, you go to that county, hover over it and click on it, and then your county information will come up, and PennDOT is always listed at the top. So here we chose Allegheny County, and you can see that the Allegheny County Adopt a Highway Coordinator is there. Those are the people you need to contact, whether it's by email or phone, to let them know that your event is registered and you want to come pick up supplies. Now, you have to have an event ID number. They don't give out any supplies unless there's an event ID number, and I communicate with PennDOT and send them all the registered events so they can match that up when groups are coming to get their supplies. Always register early because supplies are limited and you never know when they're going to run out. So register early. Okay. The trash disposal and safety are two of the main things you need to worry about. First of all, trash disposal. If you're working on a state maintained road, again, like if it's State Route 209 or an interstate, when you call PennDOT to get your supplies, also work with them about coordinating to pick up the trash bags that you've collected. Usually, if they have the manpower, your group can just clean the trash up, bag it, and leave it alongside the road, and then let your PennDOT Adopt a Highway Coordinator know that you finished your cleanup and there's bags to be picked up. Now, if you're doing a local roadway, say your township owns that road or your borough, we suggest you work with your road department or public works department. Let them know that, hey, we're going to be cleaning up Main Street for 2 miles. Can you help dispose of the trash if we have it bagged alongside the road? If you're working with trails and parks or other entities like a state park or a hiking trail, try and locate the trail group that maintains that and see if they will help you with the disposal of the trash. And if all else fails, you'll have to dispose of the trash yourself. However, we do have free or reduced disposal for groups that are participating in Pickup Pennsylvania through the month of April. So any events registered through the month of April with your event ID number, you can take that to a participating landfill. And with that participating landfill, you might want to check out the logistics if it's worth it. I mean, if you don't have a participating landfill in your county, do you really want to drive 5 bags of trash over to the next county? So the landfill and free or reduced disposal for the landfill usually works best when you have a large community cleanup and you're cleaning up many roads or illegal dump sites, or you have vacant lot dumping. But that is available. Or if you have a watershed group, a lot of our watershed groups do watershed-wide cleanups, and they access the free or reduced disposal. And again, here, safety is very important. So please read the safety section on the website, just to double check everybody's on the same page. Okay, I was talking about the free or reduced disposal. So once you register your event, like I said earlier, you'll get a confirmation email that says, thank you for registering your event. Here's where you get your supplies. There will also be a link to the free or reduced disposal page. And this link is only given to registered events. This is not a public link. So here you're going to type in, choose your county, and then do you have expecting tires? And then once you hit search, all the participating landfills for that county will come up, and then you can decide which landfill you want to take your waste to. And we always recommend that you call ahead of time, just to keep everybody in the same loop that, hey, Smith Watershed Group is coming in and we expect a truckload, a pickup truckload of trash. Here's my event ID number. Just want to let you know we should be coming through on Monday or something like that. So just always communicate with the landfill. All right, and reporting. So this program depends on all our results, and that's how we keep the program going, and that's how we get our donations. So it's very important. Once you do your event, then once you get everything totaled up and ready to go, you can go back to the main web page where you registered, but then you just want to choose report, and then there's just fill in the blanks so you can report. The main thing we're looking for is number of volunteers, number of trash bags, or if you did a collection event, just there's a space for everything. So we want to kind of know how you're doing and see how things are going. And also, when you're reporting, you can send in your pictures. We use your pictures all the time for a promotion. So these are some groups that we saw last year, and we put them on our website on our Flickr page. So the Flickr page, you can see all your happy faces and all the work that your group did for the cleanup. And thank you all very much for, again, caring so much about your community and the environment, and taking the next step to keep your communities clean and beautiful. So I guess we'll, if anybody has any questions, we'll open up the, chat.
Yeah, we have two chats already. So.
So and let's see if we can get your questions answered. And again, thank you again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go here on safety. Right here, I thought this one might be, if you want to speak to.
Okay, so Karen asked an agreement with the comment about the state roads. I would love to register an event related to that, but concerned about safety on the well-traveled roads. Very good question. A lot of times you can gain support from your local PennDOT. They may be able to lend you signs that say a litter crew ahead, or work crew ahead. One of the other things, if it's a really busy road, you may be able to coordinate with the Adopt a Highway coordinator. Maybe they can, if it's a 4-lane road, maybe they can help you guys out on a Saturday and close a section of the road. And the other thing is access your local police and your fire department. Maybe they can have a police car at the beginning and at the end section of where you're cleaning, have some lights on and get people to slow down. So kind of communicate with them. If you're doing the roadway, make sure you all have safety vests on, but mainly coordinate with your PennDOT or even your Public Works Department. They might be able to help. Okay, so
oh, let me find.
All right, Rob is the technical person here.
I'm trying to. I'm responding on my phone as they come in, but.
Okay, this is from Allie. Once we are now registered, how long do we have to do the cleanup? Great question. So the initiative is from March 1st through May 31st. If it rains or something, just do it another day. Some people put a scheduled rain date on their event registration, but it's up to your group how you want to do it. The only thing is, if you had picked a date, it's going to show on the calendar. And then if you change it, you just might not get some people joining from the public. But you have till the end of May to do your event, and then to the middle of July to report your results.
Okay, so another good question from Mandy Fitzpatrick. So just right here, just for clarification.
Okay, so Mandy's asking for clarification, where do you get supplies for cleanups? And if they are not on state roads, can you still get supplies? Yes, this program is wonderful for that aspect, that PennDOT is still giving you out supplies even if you're not cleaning a state road. We get donations from Keep America Beautiful and the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection. They donate supplies. We get them to PennDOT. So whether somebody's cleaning a state road, a waterway, a park, a trail, they still have access to the supplies through their local PennDOT. But again, you need that event ID number so they know you're a registered event.
That one from Carla about recruiting a team.
Okay, Carla wants to know, do we recruit a team first, then register the event or set the date? It's probably better to set the date and get that firmed up when you're going to do it, and then go out there and recruit your volunteers. And then you can access the toolkit and the customized flyer and get that out to recruit your volunteers. So I would, maybe you have a core group of 3 or 4 people, get the date set, and then get out there and recruit your volunteers.
From Grace.
Okay, Grace would like to know, would there be any reason that you would be opposed that we create the event as a fundraising event for a nonprofit? This would be, for example, sponsoring a trash bag that the volunteers will fill up. Whatever works. We've had the Tidings of Peace Christian Church in York. They do a trash a thon every year, and they get sponsors, and that's how they raise money for the school. I did have a young gentleman email me that he raised almost $6,000 for his college by doing a sponsor a bag, or however you want to do it. But that's a great way to raise money for your nonprofit and clean up your community.
And I saw a couple of emails in here about the if you didn't get the registration email, give us a call and we can make sure your event came through okay. It would come from, I think it comes from the info at keepabeautiful.org. But yeah, definitely, if you're not finding that email, just call our office. We could look it up in the back end, get you that number, and then resend that notification if we need it.
Yeah, always feel free to call in here. You're not going to get a phone tree where you get dumped into oblivion. You'll get a person and we'll be able to help you out. And I usually approve the events within a day or so. So if you haven't gotten it within a week, then check your spam folder and also just give us a call and we'll get it figured out.
And Mary, I apologize. I had read your first name is Rooney, not Mary, so apologies for that. How about this one from Rochelle? Okay,
Rochelle, she wants to know what if you can get a few groups to do a few areas? Do you need to register separately? No, that's the wonderful thing about our system. So you can register your event for, say, the city of Wilkes-Barre, and then you could have 20 locations within there that you're cleaning up and just report it once. But you just let us know how many locations are. There are a lot of groups that do these community-wide cleanups, and they might have 100 people, but they're doing 70 sites, and they're dividing up their groups. They only need to register once, and when they register, they usually have a link on that they provide for us that people that want to participate can contact them. So there's a group in a community in Allegheny County. They really do a good job, and everybody calls in and they get a road assigned to them, then they go out and clean. But yeah, that's a good question, and you can just register once, but you can have multiple locations. Alrighty, let's see what else.
Phone number, I just put that in there.
Oh.
Yep, that's our phone number. Our toll-free number is 877-772-3673.
And my extension's 113. So never hesitate if you have any questions, concerns. We're here to help you get your communities clean and beautiful. So don't hesitate to call.
Let's get that one over there. Oh, Grace, yes, we'll this slide to the email user register the event. Just looking at that, I think we might post it on our website under the Pickup PA program page. As far as emailing them out, I'm not sure about that. There might be too many to email one time, but we'll definitely post it on our page, our program page, won't we, Michelle?
Yeah, we'll figure it out one way or the other. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do both. Who knows?
Yeah.
we'll figure it out somehow.
We just won't be able to print it out and mail it to everybody, that's for sure.
But you'll at least get, the important thing is get those links so you can look at the litter study and just some, all that good information we went over.
There's a good question there from Carla.
Okay, Carla wants to know how many people does the supply kit serve? Well, we have large watershed groups that do hundreds and hundreds of people, and we have small groups that might have 5 people. It just depends on what you're looking for, and we try and make sure we have enough supplies for everybody. So don't worry about that. If you have 30 people, we should be able to help you as long as you register early and get your supplies early. A lot of communities that do the community-wide cleanups, they have over 100 residents helping them, and a lot of the watersheds have 500 to 1,000 people going out throughout their watershed to clean up. So any size group is appropriate.
I'm trying to keep up on it. Does anyone else have any press? Did I miss anyone's question from above that they did not get answered yet, or we did not talk about? Let's see. Okay, Kate says we don't need to print them out and mail them.
Okay. Save some trees, right?
Yeah.
We're saving some trees.
Oh, did we speak to this one from Elsie? I think I missed your question earlier, Elsie. This one right here. Is there a way to see and or get contact info for nearby events?
Yeah, that's the calendar of event page. Can we go back to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Elsie, we're going to show you the calendar of event page that we showed on the slide show. Right here.
Oops.
Oh.
There we go.
So if you just want to, again, participate in somebody else's event, you go on to Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful, and at the top, there's a gold tab. It says calendar events. Once you're on that page, you want to type in your city or your zip code, and then the radius, how far you're willing to travel. And then you'll see all these push pins on the map. And then you can just click on that, and that information for that event will come up. And then just reach out to that event coordinator and let them know you want to help out.
Danny just missed the supply kit question.
For supplies, again, it doesn't matter the size of your group. You can have as little as 1 person and you're cleaning up, and you can go get supplies from PennDOT. Or if you're organizing a community-wide event, watershed-wide event, you have a couple hundred, you can go to PennDOT, and as long as they have those supplies, we'll be able to help you out.
Melanie had a good question. She wanted to know, are there examples of ways people have used their events as fundraisers? I have a specific nice program I'd like to support in some way, but I don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Again, the biggest community one I know is Tidings of Peace out in York. I would contact our affiliate in York, Lee Graybill. He may be able to point you in the right direction. He works with that event for them, and I know that is one of their big fundraisers for the school. So reach out to Lee Graybill, and you can find our affiliate network on our website. You can go to the tabs on top.
Bring it up real fast.
Okay, hold on. Rob's going to do his magic.
Right.
Okay.
And let's go here.
Okay, so this is
Sorry, I have to share the screen.
okay, so we're going to show you where our affiliates are, and then you can reach out to Lee. So you want to go to our affiliate network, find an affiliate, and then again, the map comes up where our affiliates are, and so you would go to York, and Lee's information comes up there. But he works great with the Tidings of Peace Christian School, and that is a big fundraiser. So reach out to Lee and see if he knows how they do it, and maybe he could connect you to, the folks at Tidings of Peace and get some information.
Okay. I saw a couple of good ones come in here. If I register, can the date and time be adjusted if it doesn't work for all the groups we want to involve?
Yes, if you register your event and you decide, oh, it's not going to work on that day, just email me. I can change it, and then I'll re-email you your confirmation email so you have the correct date and that when you're going to get your supplies, or if you're accessing the free or reduced disposal for you. So yeah, if you need to change anything, just give me a call and we can get it fixed.
And Mandy has a good comment. Google Trashathon. There's some good examples. Definitely.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. That's good to know. Thanks, Mandy. I never knew that existed. So there you go. Learn something new.
And Carla has a question about how to keep the volunteers happy afterwards.
Yeah, beer and food works, that's for sure. A lot of businesses in your community may donate pizza, drinks, snacks. I know our Allegheny Clean Ways affiliate in Allegheny County, they do a Tireless Friday, and it's a happy hour after work. They go out and on Fridays and clean up tires, and then sometimes they have a band there, and they do have some beer and food there. So make it a social event and make it fun, and people keep coming out.
Elsie has a good comment too. That they get water, they have water, and they also get coupons from local businesses to give out. That's a great idea. And
well, that's good, because you're helping get business to say, if it's Joe's Market, whatever. That's great relationship to build.
You add a logo, magnet with your logo. That's a great idea too.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for that idea. We'll take that to the powers that be.
And definitely snacks and water, especially during the summer when it's hot. Having water on hand.
And one of the other things too, since we're talking about a little bit of safety, always bring tick repellent, because you never know. And sometimes sunscreen if it's really going to be a hot day. You always want your volunteers to wear long pants, no sandals, sturdy shoes, no shorts, no tank tops, because they're going to be reaching into, vegetation. So really stress when you're recruiting volunteers to dress appropriately. I don't know how many times we've been on cleanups where people come in flip-flops and sleeveless tank tops, and then they get all scratched up from the Jaggers or the you can tell them from Western Pennsylvania, Jaggers, from the thorns. So
since we're talking about safety, is what they mentioned about and children are involved.
Yeah, if you're bringing children to your cleanup event, or you're trying to do a Girl Scout or Boy Scout event, maybe kind of not choose the roadways to clean up. Maybe work with your local parks to, maybe do a trail or around the ball field or a community park. So it's a little bit safer than having the young kids on the roads.
Oh, Rochelle's an Avon rep, so yeah, that's there you go.
Great, great. We should buy stock in Skin So Soft.
Yeah. Oh, it's about a volunteer waiver.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, I see. We also have a volunteer sign a waiver.
Yeah, no, we don't have a waiver for your folks to sign, but we have a sample waiver that's on our website that you can print out and get the wording for, just to cover every legal thing that may come up. So again, that's on our website, and that's under organize an event. You can find that. Or if you want, just email me and I can send you out the template so you can see the wording.
Oh, Allegheny Cleanways. There's one.
Okay. So Danny is asking, I've seen a lot of litter in difficult to reach areas recently. I'm talking hillsides. Yeah, you really gotta think about that. Some of the hillsides from these highways are pretty steep, and that's why PennDOT may say, you know what, that's just too dangerous to clean up. And you might want to work with your PennDOT and maybe choose another site if you're trying to choose very steep hillside. So always be careful of that. And on those steep hillsides, I would not have children to do that. Now, PennDOT does have sponsor a highway program. I'm not sure if those groups that have these people come out and clean the highway for them do the steep parts either. So yeah, it's just something to really, when you're choosing a site, make sure you really look at that, how you're going to clean it.
Oh, there's a about the PennDOT website. Yeah, that's a great website. Everyone can see that. Customercare.penndot.gov. Yeah, that's a great way to
Well,
oh, good.
I was going to say, that's a great way to report some heavily littered state roadways. And from working with the PennDOT Adopt a Highway coordinators, when folks report littered roads and it goes through this website, apparently it gets top priority, and they'll see what they can do if they have the manpower to get out there. So yeah, definitely if you see a lot of litter in a particular spot on a state highway or state roadway, let them know. They can't clean it up or they can't do anything about it unless they know about it. So
a lot of cities also, and even townships and boroughs also now have what they usually call 311 services, where residents can submit a non-emergency claim. So as opposed to calling, speaking to a secretary at the main office or having to call the police department, it's a way to submit like non-emergency things like there's small illegal dumping, excessive litter, even like street lights that are out, potholes. What's great about that is it gets it into the way these 311 systems usually work for cities is it gets it into their database. They have a set amount of time that they want to respond to it by. That's all marked and tracked and everything. So it's see if your city or township has something like that to report litter and dumping.
And I think that's very helpful because the more people report and say these roads are disgusting or this area is getting dumped on, they see it's a problem and they see that the residents are concerned. If nobody says anything that, that it's a concern, they don't know about it.
And sometimes they might not even be aware of it. I know when I've talked to townships sometimes, especially if it's on a road that their staff doesn't normally travel on, they might not even know that there's a bad problem there yet.
All right. Any other questions, feel free to ask.
Oh, Route 22.
Ugh,
What in what area?
what county?
Yeah, because it's bad here in Monroeville too. Oh, Bethlehem. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 78 going towards the east end. We get a lot of complaints about. So the main thing is, I mean, just keep reaching out to PennDOT and your adopt a highway coordinator for roadways that are that bad. They need to, if they can, provide the manpower, because some of those roads are just too unsafe, and they need to have their people block a lane and get that cleaned up. All right. Well, everybody,
Oh, there's actually a good question that just came in.
okay, from let's see who we got here.
From moving too fast.
Uh-oh, we got a couple good questions there. Last call for alcohol here.
Yeah, so about private, do you need permission for private land?
Yeah, Fawn, that's a great question. If you are going to clean up an illegal dump site on private land, yes, you would want to communicate with that landowner, maybe show them that your volunteer waiver, that you're going to have the volunteer sign. Most roadways, you have a little bit of a buffer. It's called the right of way. So maybe 3 feet from the edge of the roadway is still part of the public roadway. So if you're planning on going any further than that, then maybe you need to check with the property owners on that. But most of the roadways, where the litter is, it's on the right of way, and you shouldn't have to get permission.
Mary asked if there's any policy work aimed at trash. We can keep picking it up, but it has to stop. We 100% agree. That's one of the things we say a lot, is that cleanups are not a sustainable solution to stopping litter. There's always going to be more litter and illegal dumping than there are resources to clean it up. So you obviously need to stop at the source. It's also, extremely expensive to, as Michelle talked about earlier, doing all the cleanups. Pennsylvania's litter action plan is definitely aimed at policy changes and infrastructure changes.
And the PA Fight Dirty
Mhm.
is a new education campaign to get out there for people to see that litter is a problem. So those are 2 initiatives, and they also the litter study that we did with PennDOT and DEP has some great information if you want to take that to your community, like your legislators, to in your township, I mean, supervisors, to maybe, get them involved to do a community cleanup or change some things in the zoning that dumpsters need to be, enclosed. So use the resources on our webpage to, interact with people in your community.
Oh, Mary, the link to the Litter Summit is on our research page. So let me type that into the chat real fast. And these the studies that are coming out now, these are not the end all be all. Yeah, by that I mean that this kind of work is still
It's a work in
ongoing.
progress.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and that these like the litter action plan is the start for bigger things moving down the road. And we definitely encourage everyone to look at the litter action plan too. It's on the state government's on the state website. And let me find that link real fast. I could insert that as well.
Hopefully they don't cut us off. Maybe they'll give us some bonus time, right?
Copy link.
All right.
For the litter action plan. Go. That is the page for DCED. Oh, I messed up the link. Sorry about that. Thanks for fixing that. DCED.pa.gov/litter is the PA Fights Dirty educational campaign. Check that out. There's a lot of there's a toolkit on there. Download that. Do we want to mention about Open Your Eyes to Litter coming up soon on our education resources?
Well, we got about 2 minutes left before they kick us off. So go to our website, just explore. There's some education information that you can get out there if you're a teacher or you're doing stuff within your work within your community. Always call in here. We're always available, whether it's Rob or I or Stephanie who does the graphics, or Kylie who does a lot of work with our young ambassadors. So use the resources on our webpage, call us, and we're always here to help. If we don't have it, we can at least point you in the right direction. So again, thank you all for caring and taking the time out of your busy schedules to learn about Pickup Pennsylvania. And again, hope to see you out there cleaning up the roadways.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a great evening.